Welcome to another episode of Pure Fashion. Today is a special edition of New York Fashion Week, which just happened September 4th through the 11th in New York, of course. And it's the September Fashion Week, which is the biggest of the year in the United States. At any time, pretty much, you can check out any fashion show that's going on around the world. The biggest one is Paris for fall. And when I say fall, it's happening in the fall, but it's actually for the next season. So for example, right now, New York Fashion Week, it was the spring summer 2025 shows that you saw. So they're thinking ahead to that season because they want to show you what's available, what's to purchase. A few things I'm going to share about looking at fashion shows and fashion runways. But first, let's look at birthdays. So on the 15th, we had Stephen Borrow's birthday, and he was best known for asymmetrical dresses with lettuce hem, graphically covered silk chiffon or matte jersey. Next up, we have James Galanos. His birthday is on the 20th. He would dress the likes of Marilyn Monroe, Nancy Reagan, Elizabeth, that one famous Elizabeth, not the queen though, and not me, Taylor. I keep forgetting her last name for whatever reason. He would be known for craftsmanship and detail. So back in 2015, the Mercedes-Benz New York Fashion Week had to move from Bryant Park in the Lincoln Center because the contract wasn't renewed. But also even before then, the designers didn't like that there were a lot of tents. It was pretty hot and things like that. So they started showing in these different places. And I found that with the designers showing in these different places, especially now that they have to, it has been an added creative element. It's really interesting to see where these designers choose to show their collections because it adds to another element of what they're trying to convey. And it's usually very beautiful and part of the creativity of it. So it was probably a good change. Just think of that. Like whenever something shakes up, it works for good. It works into alignment for something else. When you're looking at a runway show, pay attention to the details because they are not just doing the clothes, they are also doing the shades, the makeup looks, the earrings, the headgear, if anything, the shoes, the bags. They're all doing this very specifically and trying to portray a certain message. So pay attention and say, what are you saying? What is the message here? So who is your girl and or man or child or whatever, and where are they going? So pretty much they're building up a character, a lifestyle. In marketing, it's understood you don't sell items, you don't sell product, you sell lifestyle, which is why the human aspect is so important. They could just show this like just the clothes on its own, pictures, and just show it there. But when they put these shows together, they are putting these collections together that portray a certain lifestyle and a certain kind of person that would be wearing these. So you're supposed to be like, oh, I can picture myself wearing that. That's ready to wear. Oh, by the way, I know that there had been some missions at New York Fashion Week. There are some people who went out there to evangelize, and I'm so interested to hear their feedback on what happened. And I hope that I have more to tell you in the future about that. So let's get on to New York Fashion Week. I want you guys to consider some things when looking at these fashion shows. One is, what kind of show is this? Is it a ready to wear? Which we just had a ready to wear fashion show right now. It's what you would wear, literally ready to wear. Ready to wear is also something that you would see at the stores, which fast fashion goes along with that, which is kind of like but we are doing a lot more sustainable. We'll talk about that. Next one is avant-garde, which Advanced guard is what it translates to, and that literally prepares the way for different fashions. So you'll see this specific thing, but super exaggerated. And it's meant to prepare the way, because when it trickles down in a couple of years to the rest of society, it'll be smaller, it will not be so exaggerated, and it'll be more wearable. That's supposed to prepare the way, but it's also an artistic form. John the Baptist was an avant-garde kind of person because he dressed in camel and he ate locusts and honey and he lived in the desert, right? He was preparing the way for Jesus. Was Jesus like John? No. He was much more like us, like humans eating normal foods, not locusts and honey. And he lived with the rest of the people and he did not dress in camel skin. So even though he was preparing the way, he was not the way. Jesus was the way. He showed us how to live. So when you think of avant-garde, you think of that. Now, we are avant-garde as believers in Christ, preparing the way for God's second return, as well as Jesus coming into the lives of people. So yeah, we are avant-garde. Next is haute couture, which is high fashion, translated to high fashion, high sewing, is very precise, very detailed, and it's custom to each person. So there's this amazing movie that my fashionista friend Casey, thank you girl, she suggested to me, and it's so good. There was a remake more recently, and I suggest watching the one that's fully up on YouTube. I think it's free, but it is Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. So she does exactly what we are hoping to be able to kind of combat fast fashion. She went for the slow fashion version, and she saw this dress that she completely fell in love with. She was a maid, but she saved up enough money to be able to get this designer gown. So the fashion house treated her like any one of their clients, and they custom made this gown specifically for her. So it was just a really nice movie to watch. Yeah, check it out. I'm going to go over some trends that I saw that you're going to be seeing in these looks coming up. Keep in mind that all of these fashion shows are hoping that it sparks trends. It's not necessarily telling you what's the trend, but it's hoping to spark the flame that would spread the wildfire of this new suggested trend. Okay, you decide what that trend is when you actually wear it, when you actually buy it. I saw a lot of white with khaki in these shows, and sometimes they would use pops of color. In Ralph Lauren's show, he used metallics as an accent, which would look really nice with the white and khaki. There was a lot of shiny leather, very like glittery looking things and sequins. So shiny. So another thing was in the ponytails or braids of some of these models, you could see different ribbons hanging from it. And I thought that was super cute, like sometimes little bows. And so that goes along with another trend, which is fringe and also tassels that go with it. So it looks like a lot of hanging things. Funny story that happened to me. I was in a Christmas play one time, and then I was coming out. I guess I had some kind of fringe or something on my costume. It was like one of those like old Jerusalem kind of costumes. And it had a lot of, fray fringe. So one of the hanging frays pieces caught onto a potted fake plant and pretty much like dragged it up along. And one of the girls saw it, and we hadn't started the scene yet. So she was like, and she like stepped on it to kind of like remove it from my costume. So just be careful with these hanging things. Be careful with the fray, be careful with the fringe, but it's still a nice touch. One trend that I see that is a little, it's easy to get it wrong. Like in the fashion shows, they usually did it in a kind of scandalous way because, they're not Christians, so we can't expect them to act like Christians. but see-through clothing is very much on trend. And I remember when this was on trend growing up, it was used though in such a way that you would wear the right garments with it. So you can make it work. All right, so let's get to some of these fashion designers. I did see a lot of New York fashion shows for this fashion week, and there are a lot of unknown designers. I didn't know that you could show at New York Fashion Week and not be like a very well-known designer. And maybe they are well-known and I don't know, but some of those, like, you could tell, like, it's just like, mm. However, I wanted to show you my favorite pieces that were showing there. Carolina Herrera. She is an amazing designer, so full of class and femininity, and she always makes women look beautiful. And you can tell that the women wearing these clothes feel beautiful. So it's so amazing to see her clothes. So she used flowers,
florals for spring. Groundbreaking.
So she used flowers, but in unexpected ways. So for example, this black dress, you have to really look at the detail to see that in between those dots were flowers. And the dots are something that is more known to be a more useful look. So it was nice that she blended both the use of flowers with the dots. It was pretty cute. And it went back to the trend of combining different patterns, but in a way that actually works. There's this trumpet gown that has the spots again, but it's a grown-up shape. This puffy sleeved with the waist sash of the flowers. That was pretty beautiful. And even though these looks, a lot of them were neutrals, they had these pops of color because spring is all about life. So just very beautiful. Again, Carolina Herrera. Another designer who showed was Dennis Basso, who I hadn't heard of before, but I guess it's because he used to design wedding gowns. And you'll see like these little touches of the wedding kind of aspect in his designs. But he had some really nice designs, so I wanted to show you these too. So these women here are, it just looks like they're traveling. It looks like they're on vacation, right? And that's a chic way to travel. Check that out. And here in the next one, you'll see more of the like wedding gown kind of aspect. And these are like very flowery kind of earrings. That pop of red, but with that detail. It's all about the details, guys. Tory Burch is someone who I had heard the name, but I hadn't actually seen her designs. And I can see why she has, a good following. She's actually up for an award, a fashion award. We'll talk about that in the next episode. Check out these clothes that she designed. One interesting aspect was the bags that were accompanying these. They were very polished lines throughout the designs, but also these bags and these shoes were very detailed, and the shades as well. They're just details that go along with these fashions. Ulla Johnson, another name I had not heard of before, but great designs. So let's check them out. Ulla Johnson had some nice colors along with that whole vacation look again. It's very relaxed, almost safari looking. And look at the tassels, just like on that trend. The shoes had little pom-poms on them, really cute. And just really pops of color with the khaki. Very beautiful, very feminine. Good job, Ulla Johnson. So there's this brand called Off-White, and it showed something that I wanted you to draw attention to, because there's been a big push for athletic wear, but they did athletic wear mixed with the feminine touches. I'm thinking it's a sign of how that is turning from one to the next. So you see these different jackets with the skirts, but it was very nice to see that. Alaya is another name I did not know, but now I'm like, wow, this is very nice fashion. And it's how fashion should be: innovative and nice looking, not androgynous. I mean, I guess that's the look for some people, but for me specifically, I want to look like a woman. So let's look at some of these designs. She had some nice big coats that look like, like when you shred paper and it looks like all like, kind of crumbly. That's what it looked like, but it looked nice. It's like, wow, you're wearing shredded paper. Looks cute. And there's this other one where you look like a walking sleeping bag. And this is what I mean by the whole innovative aspect of it. You know, there's that saying that says kill two birds with one stone. I say feed two birds with one seed because it's nicer. So, yeah, I like that it did two jobs. It has the earrings and the necklace in one. Why not? Why not? All right, so here with us we have my brother Josue Marrero to give his non-fashionese male commentary on the Prada menswear show. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this.
I guess.
First look. Would you wear this green top with the khaki bottom?
Yeah, maybe. If I wanted to look, like a preppy look, kind of.
Okay. And where would you wear that preppy look for?
Right now, maybe church.
Okay. So, but there was one that you said that looks like a girl.
Oh, yeah, that for
that
sure.
Blue top.
I would not wear that with that little open back thing.
How about this top? It looks like maybe fruits, lemons, and stuff.
Fruits or flowers?
Maybe flowers because it's for spring. Is there a spring collection?
It looked all right.
These are the more male looking styles too. So
is he showing his underwear? What is that?
That color looks very nice, right?
Yeah, that pops.
All these are like neutrals with like pops of color. And they'll have like those shades. How about the shades? What do you think?
Very 80s retro futuristic. Wow, they got really pop colors on that. Look at that.
Yeah. Pop. Even with the shoes.
I guess I would wear most of these things.
Ooh, interesting.
As long as they don't look girly.
What would make it look girly?
Patterns or the way it fits. And that's too tight right there. Look at that.
Yeah. That's a good look.
Oh,
with the
cool.
Red. Mm-hmm. Kind of
the
like...
The color is different.
It's design, right? This looks like something that people are already wearing. Like that graphic tee.
Mm-hmm.
The jeans are a little...
high waters.
Yeah. He looks like someone in any middle school that you'll find. Is that a clown? See, I don't like how he's walking. Why is he walking like that?
I think the pants are about to fall.
Oh. Do you see those huge pockets on the shirt?
What the heck? Guess like cargo pants on your shirt.
I guess that solves something, right? Design is supposed to solve a problem.
Maybe for an artist that's carrying a bunch of markers or some color pencils.
That was a nice leather look, right? With the leather jacket.
With the hoodie, that's different.
A leather hoodie. I
would not wear that in Florida. The leather hoodie, I mean.
That's true. That's nice. With the red pop. Again, high water pants. That blue pop. That looks really nice on that color khaki. With a yellow bag combination. That's where it starts going a little bit. What is it with the high water pants?
They're trying to bring it back.
Look how they're holding the purse. Is that a manly kind of way to have a purse?
I wouldn't have it in the first place.
And that's it. Then they all walk at the end all together. But I wanted to show you one.
Yeah, that first one was the most girly one.
Oh, yeah? I wanted to show you one more look for your take on it because I just had to comment. Does this not look like... Does this not look like Zoolander when they give him that costume to like get Mr. Megatu? Or what is his name? When they dress him and they have him assassinating the leader of...
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
That one place. I forgot that.
With an M. It starts with an M. Malaysia. Micronesia. Malaysia. The leader of Malaysia. He's like, And then, yeah, I think it's the same outfit that he's wearing.
It kind of looks like it. It kind of looks like a modern version of like, what's that? A Chavo del Ocho or
Chapulín
a
Colorado.
Chapulín Colorado. Yep, there you go.
That's so funny.
If Chapulín Colorado was a Marvel character, that'll be his.
And that's it. Thank you so much, Josue, for crashing in and giving your male non-fashionese commentary on the men's looks.
Anytime. Deuces.
All right, so that's it for this episode of Pure Fashion, and we'll catch you next time. Stay lovely. Bye.
Check. Checkity check.
With just scratch that. Testing
Estamos
1
viendo la
2.
movida.
Testing
La
1
movida.
2. In marketing, you know that you don't sell products, you sell life. Sorry. Specifically, they
Me, my, mo.
but it's not about the money. Woo! Them two ass like
A-E-I-O-U.